Slip into something comfortable like Coral Gables. Whatever you set out to enjoy in Coral Gables, one thing is certain. You won't waste one enjoyable moment looking for a place to park. Whether it's shopping in the dozens of wonder-filled shops and stores, or finding the professional help you need, or relaxing over luncheon or dinner in a Gables restaurant. There's sheltered parking, too, in the spacious new municipal garage, metered parking in off-street lots, and there's parking without the time limitations of meters, private customer parking for major stores and buildings, and on-street spaces every few paces. Sample the pleasures of Coral Gables, pleasures that begin with the easiest parking ever. Do it soon. Take a look at Coral Gables. It's a place of doing, of recreation and cultural activity in many forms. It's learning at the University of Miami, where young people of every age study everything from physics to fine arts. It's appreciating the countless kinds of beauty, from painting and sculpture to the printed word, to a skillful production of the performing arts. And Coral Gables is fun. It's golf at the Gables Biltmore and Granada courses. It's laughter, suntans, and splashes at Venetian Pool. It's beauty in natural profusion at Fairchild Gardens and Matheson Hammock. It's a steak sizzling on a backyard barbecue. It's the carefree pleasure of boating. The City Beautiful is all these good things and more. Just ask any resident of Coral Gables, or better yet, become one yourself. Relax. There are many places, many ways to take it easy. Take Coral Gables, for instance. Take the Coral Gables self-guided tour. Just pick up your tour map at the Chamber of Commerce or at City Hall and take your time. Follow the signs. A good, close look at the City Beautiful is well worth it. Coral Gables has more than its fair share of fun and beauty, both natural and man-made. Unusual architecture, Chinese, French provincial, conventional, all in Coral Gables. And throughout the community, there's a classic Mediterranean atmosphere. From shoreline to skyline shines the enduring quiet beauty of Coral Gables. Take the Coral Gables self-guided tour tomorrow or anytime. Coral Gables is a good place to go back to school. A wonderful place to go back to school from. The best place to do all your back-to-school shopping. Parking is plentiful on every street, in private and municipal lots, in the spacious municipal parking garage, and the City Beautiful is shopping at its unhurried best. You see more smiling in Coral Gables, full of convenience, courtesy, and all the things you'll need for the coming semester, from pencils to typewriters, from skirts and shirts to dresses and suits, from notebooks to dictionaries, for every need from football to physics, for the knee-high to wardrobes for senior high and college. It's time to start thinking about those back-to-school needs, and that means it's time to start looking forward to shopping in Coral Gables.
There are very few places to live in this world where you can be on your yacht at 5:45 and aboard a non-stop jet to Paris at 6:45.
There are very few cities in the world where all this is located within 10 to 15 minutes of all this.
Of course, I'm talking about Coral Gables, Florida. Now, you may be wondering why I'm talking about Coral Gables when I'm walking down this street in Paris. Well, actually, there are a couple of reasons. Reason number one, Coral Gables, along with Paris and Honolulu, has been cited by the Harvard Business Review as one of 3 global cities of the future, and the only one located in the continental United States. Reason number two, because Coral Gables now has a direct air link to Paris, and to London, and to Frankfurt, Amsterdam, and Madrid, because there is now direct daily air service between Miami International Airport, just 10 minutes from Coral Gables, and all of Europe, and to the great cities in Canada like Montreal and Toronto, and to all Latin American countries as well, between Coral Gables and Lima, Coral Gables and Mexico City, and Buenos Aires, and Rio de Janeiro, Quito, all of Latin America, as well as between Coral Gables and the great cities of the United States. Cities like New York and San Francisco, Boston and Dallas, Chicago and Los Angeles, Detroit, Minneapolis. My point is simply this. Precious few cities in the world are as uniquely qualified by reasons of location, international air transportation, and the quality of lifestyle to serve as the headquarters or branch office sites for multinational corporations. Coral Gables.
My family and I moved to Coral Gables when I was made Regional Managing Director for Pan American Airways. We all love it here. The lifestyle is magnificent. The main reason we moved here was because this is one of the most exciting areas in the world for someone in my profession. It's clear to me that the entire South Florida area is becoming one of the most influential areas in international trade and commerce in the world today.
This is due in large part to the unexcelled transportation facilities here. The area today is one of the most accessible in the world, with superior transportation facilities of every type. With Pan Am's regular flights from Miami to the great capitals of Europe and Latin America, we see the South Florida area as the key to 3 continents and as the commercial and cultural nerve center that links Europe and Latin America to the United States in a triangle of great new trade routes. That's why so many multinational corporations have already moved to Coral Gables, and why so many are considering a move now. There is no doubt that Coral Gables offers unique advantages as a site for international headquarters and branch offices. Look who's already in Coral Gables.
Many people have asked me why we don't have our Latin American headquarters in Latin America. The answer is quite simple. It's much more efficient to have them right here in Coral Gables. Take a little thing like phone communications. It is much easier to call most places in Latin America from Coral Gables than it is to call from city to city within Latin America. And air transportation, well, you can probably get more direct flights to Latin American cities from Miami International Airport than you can from most cities in Latin America itself, and in many cases faster and cheaper. When you come right down to it, Miami is as much a Latin American city as it is a U.S. city. It offers the best of both worlds.
One of the key reasons for moving our Latin American office to Coral Gables is the vast supply of bilingual talent that is available here. I don't just mean secretarial skills or office personnel. I'm talking about bilingual capabilities at the highest levels of executive leadership. And then, of course, the entire area is so attractive. Such a wonderful place to live and work that it attracts and holds the people we want like a magnet.
The maturing of the University of Miami has no doubt played a large role in making this area an international center for trade and commerce. The University of Miami is located in Coral Gables, but we have 700 foreign students from 74 countries. I wonder how many other universities can boast of so international a student body.
When I graduated from the University of Miami in 1964, Miami-Dade Community College was only 4 years old. Since that time, the college has grown to become the largest two-year community college in the world. We have, for example, more foreign students than any college or university in the United States. What's particularly nice for me is that I'm able to drive to the campus in just 15 minutes from my home in Coral Gables.
I've spent a lot of time in most of the world's great cities, Paris, New York, London, Buenos Aires. As far as I'm concerned, there's no better place in the world to live and raise a family than right here, Coral Gables.
The entire community has an international flavor. The Miami Free Zone, with its unique tax, customs, and duty-free advantages, is certain to be a big factor over the next 20 years.
The nearby convention facilities, the great array of restaurants and shops, the recreational attractions originally designed to attract tourism have become tremendous assets to the area in attracting international business.
One cannot overlook the importance of international shipping in the South Florida area. With its location, climate, and outstanding port facilities, South Florida is perfectly positioned for leadership in international shipping.
All you have to do is look around, and you can see the impact that international finance is having in the area. These names are already here, and of course, more are on the way.
The community leadership here is sophisticated. The Chamber of Commerce is one of the strongest in America. The Committee of 21 is comprised of executives with an international outlook. How many communities of about 40,000 people number among their residents dozens of top executives from the world's leading multinational corporations? That's why we call Coral Gables the global city of the future.
Coral Gables is the global city of the future. Coral Gables est la ville internationale de demain. Coral Gables é a cidade global do futuro.
Coral Gables es la ciudad global del futuro. Coral Gables ist die Stadt der Zukunft.
Coral Gables is the global city of the future.
You know, the thing I like about Coral Gables best is that it's a great climate for international business to grow. It's great for my children, too, to grow up in this area. Well, we've got all the arts here, the theater, dancing. My daughter's into dancing. And sports, my son, he loves professional football. We go to the games quite regularly, and he's into soccer. The theater is great here. My wife and I go to the theater quite regularly. If you want to go deep-sea fishing, for example, you can go out into the ocean. We're within minutes. It's not that far away. We just love it here. All of us, really. It's a great place to live. I wouldn't want to live anywhere else.